The biggest thing that changed my life in terms of life and business was asking people for their opinions. Like, what should I do? How should I do it? And I used to go to every mentor, every coach, every friend that I have, and I will ask them, what should I do? How should I do it? And I would just outsource my thinking and decision making. And this really hindered me in terms of trusting myself, and it kept me stuck for months. So in today's video, I want to really talk about that because I think it will help you a lot in terms of not outsourcing your thinking and actually thinking for yourself and really just making better decisions for yourself by trusting your intuition and your gut. So there are three things that I learned about decision making and trusting my gut and intuition and not outsourcing my thinking. And I want to share this with you in this video because I wish someone had told me about this when I first started on entrepreneurship. So the first thing that I learned about trusting my intuition and making decisions for myself is the information trap. It's what I call it. Because most people think that the reason why they can't make a decision is because they don't have enough information to make that decision. Like, I need to learn this a little more, or I need to ask this person for help or their advice, or I just need to watch one more YouTube video and I will be good. But honestly, that's just the lie that you're telling yourself because you already have all the information that you have. You already have all the knowledge, because that's just a lie that you're telling yourself. And you don't need more information. You don't need more advice. You just need to trust yourself. And you just need to trust yourself that you'll make a very good decision. And it's all within your intuition. It's all within your gut. And you already know the answer. And I want to tell you a little story about this because I was on a call with my client and he was asking me about all this stuff that he needs to do in terms of what decisions that I have to make in terms of his life. What direction does he want to go to in his life? He's 21. And he has a coaching business. He helps music coaches to scale their personal brands, right? So he was scrolling through Instagram and he was looking at every single person online, and he was looking at people doing sales, doing vibe coding, the open claw saga, and all of this stuff. And I was sitting there on the call just watching him bounce from one idea, one business model to another, looking at all this shiny object syndrome and all of that stuff. And every time I gave him some advice, he would just go about saying like, what about sales? What about vibe coding? What's the best thing that I should do? And then I realized that he doesn't need more information. He doesn't need more advice from me. He already has a very good sense of direction that he wants to go into, but he just doesn't trust himself enough. He doesn't trust himself enough to pick something and commit to it for a very long time. So instead of actually picking something, he's trying to get as much information as possible to make the best decision in his life from me. So the more information he collects, the more data that he has so that he can make a very correct decision. And the more I gave him the advice, the more confused he gets, right? The more confused he gets, the more opinions he has, the more advice he got from me. But then I realized that I shouldn't be giving all this information. I shouldn't be giving all this advice because he has to make the decision for himself. And he's just trying to make the right decision, where every decision is not technically right or wrong. So I told him that you already know what you need to do. You already know what your life plan is. You already know what direction you want to go into. It's just in your intuition and you just don't trust it enough. You just don't trust yourself enough to make a good decision. And you just need to go on a walk, sit in silence, go sleep on it, right? And that's what I told him to do because it's just suppressed in all the information that he gets online. And I told him not to look online, and I told him not to get anyone else's opinions and trust himself to make a good decision. Because honestly, the answer is already inside of you. You already know what the answer is. You just need to trust yourself enough, commit to it. And even if you don't make the right decision, you get good data out of it, right? You know in the future that you shouldn't be doing this either ways, right? Every decision is reversible. And that's what Alex Hormozi said, that 90 to 95% of your decisions is reversible, that you can make a wrong decision and still come back from it, right? You can still make a decision, you can fail, and you can get data of it, so that you can make a better decision in the future. And this trains your decision making, it trains your intuition, it helps you make better decisions in the future. And you just need to trust yourself and commit to one thing. And that leads to the second lesson of the video, because like nobody can give you certainty. Absolutely nobody. Nothing in life is certain. That you can die tomorrow, you can get into a car crash tomorrow, touch wood, but like nothing is certain in life, right? When you ask someone what should I do or what should I do in this certain situation, what you really are asking is that can you guarantee that this is going to work for me? And no, absolutely no. No one can guarantee that any situation or anything would work for you. And all you're really thinking of and all you're really just asking is whether you can get extreme certainty out of the thing that you're doing, right? But no one can guarantee you success. No one can guarantee that you're going to be successful. No one can guarantee that you're going to make this work. No mentor, no coach, no friend can guarantee you certainty because they're not you, right? They're not you. They're not in your situation. They're not going to make the decision for you, right? You're going to make the decision for yourself. And what you really need to learn is the figure it out as you go mentality, right? This is the most important thing that I learned, is that you have to figure it out as you go, right? You have to fail, you have to take the action first before you even make it work, right? You have to not get as much information as possible, plan out a lot of things, and you really just have to figure it out as you go. And the thing is, even though a lot of your mentors, coaches, or friends tells you what to do or gives you their opinions, they're not certain that it's going to work. They're not certain that it's going to happen the way it will happen for them. So you have to make the decision for yourself and trust your gut, trust your intuition that what you figure it out will be good, and you just have to go with it. You just have to make the right decision in terms of what you think is the right decision and go try it out. Go figure it out as you go. Just take action on something and think it's gonna work, have so much conviction in it before you even plan out everything. So you have to figure it out as you go. So on that same call, my client asked me whether he should get into high ticket sales. And he kept asking me this question, but do you think it's a good idea? Do you have any friends that need offers so that I can get into high ticket coaching? And should I send looms out to people, outreach to people to become a closer and all of that stuff? And I told him like, I'm not gonna answer that question for you, not because I'm harsh, but because that answering that question would do nothing for him. It won't help him at all, right? Because even if I told him to get into sales, he wouldn't feel certain about it. He would still question a lot of things and he wouldn't make the best decision for himself. Because if I tell you what to do and it doesn't work out, you're going to blame me. And if it does work out for you, I don't help him either, because he's not going to make decisions for himself and he's going to outsource his thinking on me. And either way, he's going to lose, I'm going to lose, and it's not a very good thing for him either. So what I told him to do is that you have to stop looking at other people's opinions, you have to stop looking online, and you have to stop looking at other people, and you just have to make decisions for yourself. Only you can give yourself enough certainty and conviction to make the right decision. Because how certainty works is that it will only come after you make the decision, not before, right? The certainty just doesn't come before the decision, right? You have to have enough conviction in yourself that the thing is going to work, and you have to go all in on making that decision before you even make that decision. So you have to be so certain in yourself and in that decision that it's going to work, and you will make that decision, and that decision will give you the data, the information for you to make another better decision, or it will give you the data to make something else work out, right? And this leads to the third lesson, because it's one of the mindset reframes or shifts that I made that helped me become more free and make better decisions and really trust myself more. Because the third lesson that I learned is that all paths leads to somewhere good. All paths will work out eventually. And you just need to have conviction in yourself to make the best decision in that time frame, in that period of time. Because most people would think that there's a right decision or right path and there's a wrong path to do things. And that's the most binary thinking ever. Because if you pick the wrong decision, your life will be over. And if you pick the right decision, oh, like, that's great. And that's not just how it works. Because neural knowledge taught me something which really helped me a lot. And if you don't know who neural knowledge is, go watch his videos. It's the best ever in terms of manifestation, spirituality, and all of that stuff. So he said that every path that you pick will lead to somewhere good. And it will all lead to the life that you really want to have. Because it's just a detour, right? So if you make a good decision, you're on the right path. If you make the wrong decision, you're also on the right path, and it's just a detour. So you just learn lessons along the way, and those lessons will give you data and information so that you can make better decisions in the future. And truly, the wrong decision that you will ever make is not picking something. It's just thinking and just ruminating all inside your head and seeing that which one will work out, which one won't work out, and you're just going to stay stuck forever. And you're just going to stay stuck for months because you never made a decision at all. So I told my client the same thing. He can do the music offer, he can do sales, he can do anything that will lead him to success. But you have to pick one path. You have to pick something and really go all in with it. Because 3 months from now, he can either make money or he can either get data. And he's young. He can fuck up for as long as he wants and still succeed at the end of the day. And whatever decisions that he makes, it will be more valuable than just sitting down and thinking for days, weeks, or months and being stuck in that situation, thinking like which path should he go to. And that's the trap that you don't want to be in. You don't want to be stuck thinking of what decision that you want to make for like days, weeks, or even months. You just have to pick something and really go all in with it. Because failure doesn't exist. Like, the only time that you fail, the only worst thing that you do is just quitting and just giving up on everything and not even making a decision at all. So if you're trying to make a decision right now, which is very important to you, and you're just stuck on making one right decision, then just sit down in silence, go on a walk, just sleep on it, and you will eventually find the right thing to do. And you just have to be convicted enough and go all in on the decision, because all paths lead to a good place. All paths lead to the desired reality that you want, the life that you want, the success that you want. So you just have to trust yourself. And you just need to go all in. So I just want to say this little message for you and this lesson that I learned, because I think it will be really helpful for you. So if you want to see more videos like this, just comment and let me know, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.